Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being with us tonight. Today is Wednesday, December the 17th, and this is the Suicide Prevention Committee meeting. And I want to just remind everyone to silence your phones so that we can begin our meeting. So that I can call the meeting to order. And I'm going to invite Angie, if you can please do a roll call.
Dr. Julie Matan,
Present.
Martin Rivera, President, Miguel Rangel,
Present.
Armando Duarte,
Present.
Earl Medina,
Present.
Gabriel Martinez,
Present.
Sergio Moreno,
Present.
Marina Medina, present.
We have 100% of the membership present. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to be here tonight. Let's go ahead and do a reflection, and then I'll do some opening remarks. Heavenly Father, eternal God, thank you for your love, your protection, your peace. We invite you, Lord, first of all, thank you for bringing us together as your family. Thank you for all the blessings that you shower us with each day, those that we see, those that we don't see. We invite you to join us as we share this time. Help us plan for the betterment of the people around us, for the people that need your support, your guidance, and guide us so that we can continue to serve others. In the name I pray, Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
So just a little reminder, that we do have a membership of the committee members that were appointed by the council and the mayor of the city of Laredo, and those are the members that can vote or make motions. Everyone around the table is welcome to take part in discussions, provide ideas, but when we call on a vote for an item, only committee members can do that. Thank you so much. Public comments? Nobody sign up for public comments?
No problem.
No public comments. And just a reminder that we do have a special meeting today, and say special is because we have some tamales, and we also have some treats and coffee freshly made for each one of you. Compliments of the Area Health Education Center, of course, with lots of love. We will also do some door prizes as a little way of saying thank you for your time every month and for everything you do throughout the days. And so make sure you get a ticket for Maria. Maria, make sure you give everyone a ticket. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for November the 19th. And I do want to say thank you to Maria Garcia for being so wonderful and so detailed with the minutes that she prepares each month. And of course, Earl, my co-chair, who reviews and makes sure that everything is documented correctly. Thank you. One person cannot do it all. It's a team of people that believe in the same cause and the mission of what we stand for. So members of the council, of the committee, you take a moment to look at your minutes. And they are in your binder of November the 19th. That was the last time that we met.
I would like to make a motion to approve all 3 pages of the very detailed minutes from our last meeting.
Ms. Fernandez, thank you for that motion. Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
Mr. Moreno seconds that motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you so much. On the SPC membership, I want to have this on here because, as you know, we have a vacancy for District 2, Councilman Ricardo Rangel. And do we have any update on that? Angie or Earl, have you heard anything?
Yeah, I already followed up with him, but he hasn't replied back to me.
Okay, so then let me reach out to him and see what we can do to help him fill that vacancy. Because it's only fair to the residents of his district that they're represented on this committee. So I'm gonna make myself a list of homework items. Okay, the next item is report City of Laredo Police Department. Sergeant Avalos.
Just in time. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. As you can see, just in time, we have investigator newly promoted investigator Cesar Esquivel and his buddy or his friend Dusty, who is I'm gonna let the officer investigator Esquivel take the floor. You want to introduce yourself?
Good evening.
Hello.
My name is Investigator Squid. This is my canine partner, Dustin. He's my therapy canine. He cries for attention, so he's we're not gonna break them loose. Is anybody like deadly allergic?
Can we touch him though?
Yes, you can. Yeah. So he's a therapy canine.
Take the food.
As long as nobody's allergic and everyone
No, we're
has a
fine.
good
No, I.
sandwich dogs. There's food over there. No. If it's on the table, no. You should. So I'm gonna break them loose.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna break them loose. You're more than free to just kind of grab them by the harness.
No, that's
And
fine.
you can pet
Come
them.
through.
Come here, Dustin.
There we go.
Come here, baby. Come here, all the way.
Okay.
All the way.
Come here, Dusty. Come here, Dusty.
So, he is my therapy canine. We are trained to assist victims of crime. Mainly the kids. The program started to assist the kids. If they ever need to go and testify in court, this is a resource that our department offers for them. He's there to kind of make them feel more at ease. So he's not meant to be robotic. He's not a service animal. He is a therapy canine. He's just gonna kind of go around and get familiar. Hide your snacks because he will take those, but he will not jump on the table. At least he's furnished. We'll kind of be going around. Hopefully, it's not too distracting. If you hear him crying, it's because he wants the attention. Again, so he's your regular average canine, just trained in basic language. So thank you all very much for having us.
Thank you for being with us. As you can see, he does provide therapy for all of us. Thank you so much for making the time to join us. I had heard about you and your wonderful companion,
We'll kind of be working on it.
and I'm glad that you're here, so I finally get to see both of you in one room.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Sergeant.
Thank you. And I know it's been a long time coming, but I think somebody reached out to him. Somebody reached out from this office, reached out to him, and I think I had already. Yes. Thank you for doing my job. And we've been meaning to bring him over and introduce him to the committee so that everybody can see the type of canine services dogs that we have there at the Laredo Police Department.
Well, he's gorgeous.
Thank you, Investigator Steven, and he will stay around here for a couple more minutes or as long as you all want.
No, you can stay here as long as you
So
need.
we're here to provide that heat stress also. So if there's any tension in the room, I promise you, Steve will sniff it out.
Probably be over here.
So we'll go ahead and continue.
With your
For this month's suicide statistics I'm going to add numbers from November 17th or 18th, because that's when we cut off last month till the present day, which is today. For attempted suicide calls, as of yet for 2025, we have 85 attempted suicide reports, 175. Suicides resulting in death, we have 18. Emergency detention reports, we have 585, and emergency detention calls, 744. We did have a suicide last week. I reached out to Dr. Basan and Mr. Moreno here, Tigers, because it was somebody that was a co-worker with Mr. Moreno, and it was very important that he knew about it so that his agency provides peer support and services for the loved ones. I'll let Mr. Moreno go and continue with that.
Yes, well, thank you, Sergeant. Because of this committee, both the City of Laredo Mental Health Unit and the National Drug Control Council have networked to a point that we're sharing information and assisting one another. This is not the first suicide that Drug Control has, it's the latest, and it just so happens to be one of the ones here in Laredo. Unfortunately, this young man, and I say young because he moved forward, made a decision because of the combination of information that he had. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality of law enforcement and the stress of the board that we're getting in law enforcement. Different personal issues, life issues, stack them together and things happen. To this point, we do have resiliency programs, both chaplaincy, peer support. And just today, we had our operations psychologist flying into Laredo with a residency team, touching all the way from Puerto Rico, Alabama, RGV, and a customs residency specialist to support the family members in the workforce. Today, they have post care for the entire workforce that worked with him. And it will continue for tomorrow and lead over to next week. So that's what we do, that's what we have established. And again, it's a growing program. I did invite Dr. Maltese to join us here today to introduce herself and the advocacy that she does at the national level, but she's still advocating for the families and the workforce as we speak. So she does apologize for not being here, but Dr. Lozano, maybe we could coordinate a Zoom or Teams in the near future. I did have a great conversation with her about this organization, and she wants to learn more on that.
Our condolences.
Thank you.
Before we continue any discussion, can we just take a moment of silence to just, honor the life of this young man and pray for his family in our own way? Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Mr. Moreno, for sharing.
Thank you. And I want to also give kudos to Dr. Lozano. It was 2 days, community, Sergeant called me, I was busy in another situation. Dr. Lozano also reached out, and I thank Dr. Lozano. It is that is the type of characters that we need in this organization, that is reach out and know that one of us might be also a terrorist. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So with that puts us at 18 for this, for 2025. That we are at the same number that we had last year. Moving forward with this month, this year, correction, attempted suicide calls, these are the number that we had. For December, we had 1 attempted suicide reports, we had 4. Suicide deceased, we had 1. Emergency detention calls, we had 54. And emergency detention reports, we had 64. And this is a breakdown on the individuals who, for the attempted suicide. And I'm sorry, to say December, not October. The first one came in on December 6th. It was an attempted suicide, a 16-year-old female by overdose. December 9th, attempted suicide, a 46-year-old male by shooting. This one, I believe this one was the suicide, correction. It was a suicide. December 11th was an attempted suicide, 47-year-old male, overdose and choking. December 12th, attempted suicide, 13-year-old female by hanging. And December 12th, attempted suicide, 29-year-old male by cutting. And this was the first one of this month, was at 3900 Chickasaw Lane. It was attempted overdose on Saturday, December 6, 2025, at approximately 5:17 p.m. Police responded to an attempted suicide call located a 16-year-old female who attempted suicide by taking pills. She was located after sending a video of herself taking the pills to a friend. The female was detained and taken to a local hospital for further mental health. And gladly, the friend was able to notify a loved one so that they can get her help. The next one, this one was the suicide on Tuesday, December 9th, 2025, at approximately 7:17 a.m. Police responded to an attempted to a suicide call and located a 46-year-old male who died by suicide via self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. The male was taken to a local hospital for further medical assistance, but he later succumbed to his wounds at a later time. And he did not have prior history of being a patient at Boulder Region. The next one was at 4300 Revolution Road, and this was on the 11th, overdosed by choking on Thursday, December 11th, 2025, at approximately 9:50 p.m. Police responded to an attempted suicide call and located a 47-year-old male who attempted suicide by taking pills and simultaneously tying a zip tie around his neck. The male was detained and later taken to a local hospital for further mental health evaluation, which he did have history. Just delete the address, because I'm not supposed to provide that information, guys. My apologies. Next one was by 2600 Santa Maria Avenue. The method, this was on December 12th by hanging. On Friday, December 12th, 2025, approximately 6:35 p.m., police responded to an attempted suicide call and located a 13-year-old female who attempted suicide by hanging. The female was detained and taken to a local hospital for further mental health evaluation. And this female did have history of being a patient at Boyle Region. Next one at 1200 East Delmar. This one was by cutting. On Friday, December 12th, 2025, at approximately 8:50 p.m., police responded to an attempted suicide call located a 29-year-old male who attempted suicide by cutting his wrist. The male was detained and arrested after confirmation of an outside agency warrant for criminal mischief. He was referred to the jail diversion program. So in this case, he did have a warrant. So, but he was referred to the jail diversion so that he can also be evaluated for mental illness, and he did have history of being a patient at Boyle Region. For this, we'll pretty much finish off the year. As you can see, the dark spots are when we get the most amount of calls coming in. As you can see, Monday 9 a.m. is one of the times that is really dark, especially Tuesday. Normally, and that coincides with those are the times that these individuals arrive to Boyle Region for help. Usually the weekend comes along and then they're there. So usually we have to activate the calls as the calls for service for these type of individuals who need help. As you can see, 3 p.m. also on that day on Monday. Monday is a busy day. Tuesday, 9 a.m., 11 a.m. as well. Wednesday, 10 a.m. Thursday, 11 a.m. And then Friday, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. And on the weekend, I'm sorry, because the weekend you don't see that many calls. It's normally because I don't know if it's just the weekend or it could be that also that maybe Boyle Region, the local mental health authority is closed during the weekend, so you don't see that many calls for service. And I revamped as per Ms. Jimenez. I think she wanted me to separate it within precincts of city council members. So you might have to zoom in a little, with the layers. At the bottom, you can see a little bit more. As you can see right there at the bottom, District 1, which is Precinct 1 for City Council Member Gilbert Gonzalez. You can see that dark area. You see like a little line in between the bottom running up. On the left side, that's Precinct 2, which is Council Member Richie Rangel. A little bit further up, where you see that green blotch, right on top of that, you have City Councilwoman Melissa Cigarroa, and her precinct goes all the way, stretches all the way to the east, to the right. Right on top of hers, where you see another little blotch, you have Rick Garza, City Council Member Rick Garza in the middle, and then you have over here to the bottom left, you have City Councilwoman Alyssa Cigarroa, which is basically all the downtown area. A little bit above that, you have still a piece of which is in between, because you have it's like a 4 divided by 4, because you have City Council Member Rick Garza, Alyssa Cigarroa on top of part of Vanessa Perez, and then on the top little bit right, you have City Council Member Ruben Gutierrez. So you see that big blotch in the middle. which basically that's border region, that's Laredo Medical Center, and that's where we get a lot of those calls. Now you can go a little bit further on top, where you see that is city council member, Dr. King. They were supposed to give a little bit more color, but they just, on a fly, and I sent an email, and they barely send it back to me right now. Our Intel analysts have been busy, and they were out, so they couldn't provide me all of them with color, but I apologize for that.
But
Any-
it's a very good, highlight of where these calls are coming from. Is this what you envision, Maxine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will try and see, maybe we can zoom it in a little bit more, but for them to add a little bit of color, so if you remember the other precincts, we divided it by precincts, like police precincts. But I'm gonna try and see if they can divide it a little bit further, or just add color to it. I asked my intel analyst, she was like, I apologize, Sarge, I was in a hurry, she was out on Monday for a training, and then on Tuesday,
Well,
Try
for
to
the
get-
next
But
month,
it's good.
I
It's
think
coming
it's-
along. But it's there, you can see what,
And your explanation of the different council areas was very
especially the
good.
council member like reaches out, or you sit down with your council member, now you have like for our district one, like, why is it that we have the most? You know, what is our council, what can we do to help our people, our community, what do they need that we're not listening to them? That might be causing this, can we prevent this, like,
Well, I
we need
think
to ask the questions to see, to have a conversation.
so this right here is a very important tool for all of us that have been appointed by the city council members and the mayor, so that we can have a sit down with them individually and bring them up to date on the status of what's happening in our community, in their area, in regards to suicide attempts or reports, and get their feedback. Ask them, you know, what else can we do? How can you help us continue to get the word out? And that's what we need to do, each one of us. So I would like to get a report from each of you next time we meet to see what comes out of this conversation. Thank you so much, Sergeant.
just real quick, it's still, this report was given to me by my predecessor, but we can only make it better. If you tell me what you want on this report, what's gonna best suit the committee, and so that we can relay that information, you let me know, and we can add it on there. I know I spoke to, when Hayden, she had mentioned a little thing like, hey, the number's a little off. I'm like, I apologize, because some of the numbers confuse me as well, because of reports, emergency detention reports, emergency detention calls. And somehow, some way, our intel analyst sometimes misses out numbers, so I usually have one of my officers, those numbers seem off, can you review them? So we start manually trying to go through each one and just to verify. And he said, no, they're off, Sarge, and it's like, because sometimes she doesn't, or they don't get certain type of reports, because I'm just gonna give you an example. One of my officers who was working today, he says, I just did 4 emergency detentions today, Sarge, and she's not documenting them. Okay, something's off. So that's something I guess that I need to sit down and talk to our intel division and say, how come those numbers, you're not sending me those numbers or accurate numbers? And that's why I tasked my officers to basically start like doing a further in-depth check on those, so so that we can get accurate depiction of what's actually happening.
Okay.
But anything else, anything that you want on the report, you tell me, and we can add it, we can only make it better, to best suit this committee.
I
Yes, Mr.
really appreciate your invitation for us to give you feedback, Mr. Duncan.
Hard to find your feedback.
Yeah, well, invite me to give feedback.
So if we can get the numbers, like the pictures by council district, if we can get numbers, you know, that represent those color blotches, they would just be easier than, you know, guesstimating from the color. The total numbers that, you know, in their district, just,
So,
I mean, it's a lot of work.
I think that's a great idea. Per precinct, we can put precinct and how many of those numbers come from each one. I think I mean, we see heat maps, you just see the red blotch, but it doesn't really actually give you an accurate number. So I think I like that idea, and maybe we can do that.
Dr. Walters, did you want to say something?
Yes, I propose that maybe we could share their 65 file, and then once we have these numbers finalized, we can match them also with integral care calls, and then generate like a yearly report in collaboration with all the data, and then we can provide that to council members if everybody's in agreement.
Look, all the reports that y'all can provide is gonna give us the ammunition that we need to move forward and create a pathway to better control the situation, in my opinion, and get the word out, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and thank you so much for what you do, and just to pick up what my counterpart said, I think it's something, and we can also get a number of attempted suicide for that area. I think that would also give us an idea of like, this is also an area that potentially needs to be looked at. Yeah, so if you could do that, that would be awesome.
Yes.
So thank you.
Like I said, this was handed to me by my predecessor. It's not perfect, but we can make it.
It's a start.
We can make it to what the committee wants, what's gonna best serve or help the committee.
Thank you so much. Dr. Montes, before I forget, can you save that so you can email it to me, please?
Yes.
Anything else, Sergeant?
That is it, Doctor.
Thank you for providing us with the information and for your continued communication with me throughout the month about things that impact this committee. And Mr. Moreno, the same goes for you, sir. Thank you, and Mr. Rangel, thank you for continuing to be our walking billboard. The next is the City of Laredo Public Health.
Good afternoon, committee. We're reporting on integral care calls, which is again the call center that receives our 98 calls from the Black County. So there's been a drop from 187 from October to November, 187 to 95, which is a 49% decrease, and 155, which is the answer calls, a decrease of 85 or approximately 55%. So we do have a 50% reduction average of the calls that we receive from that. And then the following is an update in regards to the domain. The domain name, we want to report that the request for a dedicated SPC domain has been formally routed to City IST. That's our IT department, at City IT department for review and the feasibility assessment. We're awaiting their feedback and guidance from them before proceeding further. City process requires the submission of the donation form for externally funded or donated resources, and AHEC has already submitted the required donation form, which is being held proactively while domain feasibility is evaluated. So we have that on standby. And all documentation is prepared and ready to advance to next steps, pending approval and clearance from relevant city departments. After the IT approval, we may have to route it to legal, etc. Once all that's vetted, we can report back. Friendly reminder that the domain name is not necessary for the website to be published. It's already published. And this is just to make it easier for marketability. Right, so we have a short URL rather than a lengthy URL. And sustainability considerations if approved, ongoing maintenance and sustainability of the domain will be critical. As the site will be promoted publicly, we must ensure long-term support, updates, and continuity. And this is something that AHEC is already aware and is committed to. We want to avoid a scenario where the community becomes accustomed to the site and its access is later disrupted. Content development. The committee will have the opportunity to discuss and propose desired website content. Input is welcome regarding resources, messaging, and information the committee believes should be included. Due to the sensitive nature of suicide prevention content, the site will be reviewed by the city legal team. The legal review will assess whether disclaimers or additional language are required to mitigate liability. This includes consideration of scenarios where external resources may be unavailable or unsuccessful, and the city or SPC could be referenced. The next steps are await IST feasibility feedback, recommendations, confirm required city clearances, incorporate legal guidance, and proceed with implementation of the that's all the report for now, and, in this development, we'll work on an annual report in the formal PDF or publication from the committee, if that's granted.
When do you think we'll get, feedback on whether it's been approved or not to move forward with the next step?
We had submitted about 2 weeks ago, and we submitted a follow-up last week. I'm unsure if people are out on vacation or simply so I'm hoping as soon as possible, as soon as we get feedback, we'll apply.
Keep our fingers crossed on that.
And then ask if some of that integral data that you're collecting and leaving it like, if that's suitable to those on the website.
Yes. Okay.
I think that's a great idea because people can say, well, oh, those things don't happen in our area. They can look at the map and find out that
Definitely. Okay.
they need help. Any other comments or questions for, Dr. Montes? Yes. Thank you for the report.
Good job.
Volunteers for Lost Team. I know that Rosina's here. We had a meeting, but we needed to reschedule, so wanted to say a couple of things on that.
Yes, we're going to, Dr. Basan is gonna get together with Miss Tammy from the, was it the Lost Training, and see what else we can do to bring this together. I know it's the holidays, I know it's a busy time for everybody, but, you know, I think it is crucial that we are there to support our community, and then most importantly, like today, you know, like in today's report, our friend, you know, who went through a difficult time. So that is the main part of this, not to take the place of anyone, but to assist support. And I know that everybody sitting in this room is willing to do that. And so thank you so much, you know, I do appreciate that. As the new year comes back, we will get together and meet again.
And so just to add to what Rosina said, Tammy is the lady that came down to train us, and she already has the protocols that we need to follow. So we're not gonna reinvent anything. We're gonna look at the protocols that they have, and if it fits our community, because I want it to be unique to our culture, our values, our beliefs, we wanna be very respectful of everyone in the community, then we will present it and we will have the green light to move forward. Of course, those of us that are volunteered to be part of the Lost Team, if we need additional training or a refresher, she's willing to help us with that. This is probably the first Lost training, the first Lost team in South Texas. So what does that mean for us? That it's a big responsibility, but it's also gonna bring attention to us. It's gonna shed some light, and hopefully with that, we can accomplish getting the attention of the legislators so that they can continue funding mental health resources for our region. And that goes for all the agencies around this table. Questions or comments?
Dr. Rodriguez, like in this case, my officers, normally when they show up in the morning, that is the first thing that they look for. Suicides. They log in, make sure they look at the calls that occurred in the night or the afternoon before, prior, and right off the bat, they will let me know, and they let me know, and that's when I'll start making phone calls either to Dr. Basan or to any other individual needs to be contacted. So if that, maybe that helps, Doctor,
Yes.
in further pretty much helping with this whole loss program, and so that we can provide these, the loved ones with the services that they need.
I think that would help a lot. So we will revisit with everyone, but I do agree that what you're doing so far, Sergeant, has really helped. And now this connecting the dots. In this case, what you discovered that morning, sharing it with the Lost Team so that we can follow up or be there for assistance and support. Any other comments or questions or feedback? Okay, 988 You're Not Alone awareness campaign. A quick reminder, this Friday we do have a rally at the same location, Del Mar and McPherson. Some of you don't have perfect attendance, and I don't wanna call anybody out, but you know who I'm talking about. So I expect to see the majority of our team there we have the signs, just come out there with your body and ready to create awareness. And know that it's this time of the year that everyone needs a little reminder, okay? So if you can make it, we'll be there. I think the AHIC team gets there by 11:15. Pretty soon we'll probably be there all day on Friday, but, please come out if your schedule allows you to come out. In talking about the awareness, we talked about a PSA. Oh, and before I say that, last time that we met, some of you allowed us to record your little personal message. And I want to tell you that Maria is very creative, and that's why she's my #1 assistant. She edited those videos, and they're on our Facebook. Some of them are, right? And we have them scheduled to go out. So if you wonder if you're getting to the top production, go on our Facebook. She did an awesome job. But in addition to that, if you all recall, I sent out an invitation last week for those of you that were available to come out and be part of the PSA. I know it was short notice, but I felt like we needed to do it right then and there, since the holidays are here, we can't wait any longer. And Jaime was gonna be out, and I didn't wanna wait, and I said, whoever comes will come. And so we did put something together, or he did, we just showed up and he told us what to do. And I think Dr. Montes has a sample of that PSA that he's gonna share with us.
The peppermint blanket?
Well, surprise. Now pay attention.
Folks pressing the call, dial 988.
988 is a lifeline. If you or someone you know is struggling, call or text 988 right now.
It's okay to not be okay. There's people that want to help you.
You've overcome everything you thought you couldn't. Don't stop now. You are not alone.
No estás solo. Manda un mensaje o llama al 988.
Nothing ever lasts. Not good times and definitely not bad times.
You are not alone.
Call or text 988.
What's the little
And we really want to acknowledge Mr. Bettis for doing an amazing job, and thank you. So what are we gonna do with this PSA? We're gonna send it out to the TV stations with that report on the darker squares that you showed us. I'm gonna hand deliver that to the people. In fact, I'm going to take it tomorrow morning. I will talk to them and tell them that we need their help in getting the word out. And the same thing with Univision, the radio stations, whatever segment they wanna play, if they just wanna give us 10 seconds of their time, they can edit. So feedback, thoughts, comments?
Nice.
That looked great.
So peppermint did make it.
I didn't have any.
Question, forgive my ignorance, so that link that I received, I can forward that to the TV stations?
Yes, directly from what I saw, they will just have to download the file.
Okay,
So it's
perfect.
gonna not directly into the PSA
They need
itself,
to download.
but it's a service and they'll download.
Thank you so much. Questions? I think all of you did amazing.
I know I'm from here, my name is Genesis, I'm 16. And I believe this would also be very effective if you addressed this to schools, like UISD, Martin, because I believe it's very strong. And students like these times, they get very stressed, they make very rushing decisions. So I believe this would be very effective as well in schools to be addressed as well. Like how you appeared in my school in Harmony, the career day, I believe that was a very smart decision. And so I think so if there could be any way to reach out to the deans, the schools, having them drive so they could have like at least 5 minutes of their time to present this to kids, I believe it would be very helpful. So kids could recognize that this is very important and this is a very important time where they need to look out for each other as well.
Thank you so much for your feedback, and I will definitely follow up with your dean. And of course, UISD and LISD and the private schools will also receive a copy of this so that they can either play it in their lobby, wherever they might have the ability to play that message before the football game starts, wherever they want to play it. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Okay. Maria, anything else on the 90-day campaign that I might have forgotten? Okay. New projects, outreach efforts for the holidays. I know we're gonna be at Del Mar McPherson on Friday, but my question is, and I'm asking all the committee members first, what are you doing at your agency as far as outreach efforts? Are you talking to your clients, to the people that you serve about 90 days? So I invite you, if we haven't thought about it, even just placing the sign in your waiting area again. I know I sound like a broken record, but believe me, some people still don't know about 90 days. So I want to put you on the spot, but that item is really for all of us as committee members. And of course, all of the coalition members, thank you for being here. I invite you all to join us in getting the message out in whatever way you think it's best. And if you need help or you want to brainstorm, I don't have anything else to do. I can sit with you with a cup of coffee and we'll come up with great ideas. And I love your idea. I would like to talk to you more about how we can reach the youth, okay?
Yeah.
Mental health services and resources. So that is something that is gonna continue to be on our agenda because it will be part of our review. We do have an intern at our office. She's getting her master's in counseling, so one of her tasks is exactly that. On a daily basis, every other day, she's looking for more resources that are available, double checking that the mental health resources that are on that one page are still active. The worst thing that we can do is give somebody hope with a number that is no longer active. So that is gonna be our task, and if you hear of a new resource, a new service, let us know, because we will add them on there. I know we have added a couple of agencies, and Dr. Compian, who's our only psychiatrist, is also part of that list. With his permission, of course, we always ask. And I hope that continues to grow as we move forward. But if you hear of anything, whether it's the TAMI ULC, anybody else that's providing, even if it's just for their population, we still need to include it on there, okay? And next, we have announcements and open discussion. What I wanna do is I wanna invite everybody to introduce themselves, name, agency, and whatever you wanna say, but don't take all night. Start on my left.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rosina Silva, a community member, volunteer with AHEC. I'm not gonna say a lot, but when we started this coalition, a committee, many years ago, my goal, and those of you who were there know that I want to not bring a building to Laredo, a mental health building. I want a wing, something, anything. Those 8 of you are representing your council member. Please go back and talk to them. We need just a wing somewhere. As a former school director of counselors, whenever a child went through a difficult time, we have to drive them to San Antonio, Corpus, or McAllen. And that's hard. Or an adult. I work with children, but I imagine that's the same thing for adults. So please advocate with your council members. We need a wing somewhere. That's all. Merry Christmas. That's what I want for Christmas.
So, Gabriel Martinez, represent District 6 appointed by Dr. Tyler King, and also a licensed professional counselor, and just a little bit of the outreach of the campaign. So I get all the new residents that do their rotations with us. I give them. So the family medicine ones, they get a cohort about every 8. So they do their behavioral health rotation with me and board region, right? And so something that I found and that I've been doing lately, right, as I'm getting more of them, is telling them about 988, right? The physicians have a outreach that us as clinicians don't, right? They see about 15, 25 patients a day, right? And so definitely a lot of these people come from out of town and they don't know these services. So I'm doing a little bit of promoting that 988 for them, and some of them had never heard of them. And some of them people come from, Houston and San Antonio. So it's been a really good opportunity for that outreach in other areas where, we might not be considering. But again, that's something that I wanted to update you on.
Thank you for doing that.
Hello, my name is Miguel Ronquet. I am the favorite sign holder all over town for 988. Sharing, getting the word out. I love it, and So today we had a men's group lunch from our church, Christ Church, and one of our members lost a significant other. So I talked to them and I asked them, how are you? How are you? How really are you? And he goes, thanks for asking. That's, I'm not great. And I said, it's okay to not be okay. And I offered my phone number and he has it, call me whenever you want to talk because they miss their significant other. And they miss having somebody to talk to. You never know, just reach out, ask people.
Hello, my name is Armando Arte, and I represent District 4, Rick Garza. I work with Wesker. I'm a activity coordinator. I just got promoted. Thank you. One of the things that we did last Friday, I'm pretty happy of, is that we're able to get into elementary school in South Laredo with the OISD and Activity Zapata. And we had a very, very successful Plática. That is something that much what we did at the library, but we had a good turnout of parents. And it turned out we did a baby's presentation. But yet again, it turned around to we found the core of what is communication is. And eventually we have open doors for further discussions with more parents and other schools. We got invited. Also, we hope to continue to move on that, and we will be talking mental health.
Excellent. And I congratulate you for that. Any help that you need from any of the committee members or anybody around you, feel free to reach out. Thank you.
My name is Catherine Rodriguez. I'm from SCAN, I'm a case manager. I work with the Frontera program. Right now, we're a new team because the grant got barely refunded, so they lost the team and they got us a new team. So the two new counselors, they need to see a lot of clients. So if you have anyone that you want to refer, you can call the main line and ask for anyone in the Frontera program. And yeah, they have zero wait lists. Like they actually need people, so it's best now before a wait list starts. So
I'll have you connect with Maria so you can give her all the details.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dr. Montes?
Yes, I'm Michael Montes, I'm the Community Health Administrator here at the Rural Public Health. I want to thank everybody for their service to the city, right? I mean, what each of us do, right? Is to address this public health concern. And I look forward to next year to be proactive and bring it down here. So,
Thank you.
Hello, Adriana Morales, I'm the harm reduction specialist. And I want to add in the outreach efforts for the holidays. For this month, I focus on alcohol, but also including holiday blues. We're talking about the mental health aspect not only for when you get together with family members, and you have these expectations on having a good time and a perfect family, perfect scenario. But sometimes because that's not the reality or the expectation, we might get depressed. So I addressed learning in my presentation for this month to include besides alcohol, because I am a harm reduction specialist and I have to address the substance abuse, but to add what other stresses are during the holidays. It's very important to recognize that there is such a thing as holiday blues, and that people are aware of the resources that we have for the community. So this month we focus on those two aspects in the presentation.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Gosh, where should I start? Well, my name is Earl Medina. I am co-chair for the Suicide Prevention Committee, as well as secretary for the Laredo Drug and Alcohol Commission. I represent District 5, Councilmember Ruben Gutierrez. I am the project manager for West Care, Laredo, and I'm also president and founder of Orgullo Laredo Youth and Safe Haven. But foremost and foremost, at least, I want to thank everybody in this room for all the efforts that you have done throughout the years, through every segment of each month, to representing 98 and going above and beyond. So I commend you, and I thank you for as much as you all do. Thank you.
Oh, you're so sweet, Earl.
Good evening, my name is Marina Medina. I am the founder of Mind's Purpose. I represent Anastasia Roa. I have a group of moms that their sons have died from overdose. We call it Purple Heart Moms, and I keep up with them every once a week. They text and we communicate, and we're there for each other. And I've told them about 988. I'm also part of Casa Misericordia, and we brought the message of 988 over to them too.
Thank you so much for that, and thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Oda Garcia. I work for the Texas Department of State Health Services, Office of Board of Public Health, and I just want to give thanks to everyone for the amazing job you all do. This coalition is one of the ones that I like to brag about when I have my monthly meetings with my managers over there in Harlingen, because the type of work that you all do to raise awareness in the community on suicide and 988 is amazing. Every time they hear about when they heard about the rally, they were really amazed, and they couldn't believe that it was not just one agency, a lot of agencies got together. So thank you all for that.
Samantha, case manager at Casa Misericordia. We do get a lot more clients during this time because of financial problems, fights and everything, and we try to promote 988 a lot more because we know it takes a toll like mentally on them, and moms get sad, dads, and kids sometimes.
And just a reminder for all of us, 988 is also for us to use. We're not allowed to call. In fact, you can call as many times as you need help. If you need somebody to talk to, please, please, please. And remind your counselors about that. It's completely confidential.
Hello, my name is Daniel Carrillo. I'm an that's professional counselor associate at AOT, Very Public Health. This is an outpatient treatment program. And I appreciate and see the work that you all do. So it's really good to hear that spreading awareness and just keep up the good work. So that's it.
We appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much.
I'm Maxine Reveles. I represent District 1. I have the Triple P business LLC. Last month we were able to take about 8 people kayaking, and it was arranged between the youth and our elders. I got reached out to by someone's mom who had went to the rec because she was like super into crocheting, like she could crochet like whatever you want. And she was turned away because she wasn't old enough to do it. So since I have a place at Mile 1, we've been getting together at Mile 1. This is our 2nd day, and she's been teaching me to crochet. So if anybody wants to come out Tuesdays or Wednesdays, starting in January, we're gonna pick it up again. But it's completely free, and it's just to like spend time. And
What time is that?
It varies. So somebody's up.
Can you put it in the phone?
Yes, that's what we have it. She's available on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And it's just to help, like, 'cause she has amazing skills, and I don't want people, like, especially if anyone's like listening out there, your skills do matter, and we just need to find a place.
Thank you, Maxine. Thank you for everything that you do.
Good evening, my name is Sergeant Heriberto Aulos. I am the direct supervisor for the Laredo Police Department Mental Evaluation Outreach Unit. It's formerly known as Mental Health Unit. It took me a while to get the name correct, but yes. And we're expanding from when it first started in 2022 with only 3 officers, and their main focus at that time was to pretty much alleviate the stay of anybody who went through an emergency detention at the hospital. Fast forward, new chief, new ideas, new supervisor at the mental evaluation outreach unit, and now we're doing a little bit more of outreach. We're doing follow-ups, anything that we do. Now we're doing also transports. Like I reiterated before, we are transporting these patients on a daily basis throughout the week. From in the morning, we transport them to hospitals out in the valley, in San Antonio. We transport as far as Richmond, Texas, which is the outskirts of Houston. So that's something that my unit provides this type of service. And I invite you to, if you ever want to just stop by our office. We're located on Loop 20 and Del Mar. A little bit further south, there is a fire station number 12. That little office right there, that is our office. We're there Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. You don't need an invitation. You're more than welcome. You want to share a coffee, you want to talk, you have any ideas, or if you want one of my officers to maybe just take you on a ride along so you can see what these officers do on a daily basis, aside from the transport, but reaching out and following up with Border Region caseworkers. We respond to the emergency detentions or emergency detention calls. And so you can see what the officers see firsthand and why they have to make a decision or the determination of having to have somebody ED'd. So if you have time off, you wanna go visit me, please, you're more than welcome. Anybody's welcome. Just, you might have to sign a waiver, but but you're more than welcome. And I'm also the president for the Laredo Police Officer Association. I do represent the union for the Laredo Police Officers. I've been doing it for 3 years already, so I do represent some officers that misbehave, but they're my members, but I protect them as well. But some of these officers, a lot of these officers are really good officers. We also negotiate contracts with them, with the city, make sure that they're adequately paid. And we also do outreach there with the union. This past Tuesday, we had an Angel Tree event where we invited 5 local schools of low socioeconomic state, and we invited them, 25 students. You speak to their counselors, and they invited them, and we gave them a wish list, pick 3 gifts, and we had a really successful event. And a lot of these children were very excited, very happy, because they weren't gonna have a good Christmas, and they were very happy, and we were glad to make that dream for them come true. And if you all have any questions?
Thank you so much, and thank you for everything.
Well, Sergeant, it's hard to follow that.
Good one. Pretty sure you can.
My name is Seth Moreno. I represent the National Border Patrol Council, and also a labor activist with the union. In retrospect, how we're promoting 98 mental health with the assistance of AHEC and obviously the support of Dr. Hassan. When we onboard new trainees, and we're onboarding trainees weekly now. And today, two times a week. First thing they do, they get from me specifically, they get awareness of mental health and their PINs. Because these young kids, and I call them young because they're young compared to me, they're leaving to the academy for 6 months in the holiday season. If that's not a challenge, and will be our first time leaving home, that's canceled. And what we do now is actually inviting the families to swearing in, and our resiliency specialist, Chris, will talk to them aside from what I share. Caveat to what he's doing. I invited Sergeant and his team to come and talk to those trainees and the post-academy trainees when they graduate. Now they come back to the badge of the gun. I'm asking the Sergeant and his team, he's already agreed to come and talk to the station to recognize, wow, this is what PD does. And I'm in the field out there. I don't have that authority, but I know who does. It's about networking, education, and training. And amongst many other things that he does, I do as well. But I thought for me, take away and the over 2,000 agents of Riverside Border Protection. I thank the person.
Thank you. I just want to take a moment to brag about the 2 of you, because you both are representing the men and women that keep us safe in this community. And I've always said since about, when was it that I worked 10 years ago? I've always said to every chief that you have had, and you at the Border Patrol, that the reason why I'm able to serve my community is because I can go home and feel safe at night. And I wouldn't be able to without what y'all do every single day. So thank you, and thank you, men and women.
And if I may add, Laredo is the safest city in Texas for one reason. People think, no, it's just the police officers. No, it's a collaborative effort. We just say no Have you ever thought of why is Laredo the safest city? Because I mean, police officers do the same job as police officers in Corpus. They have the same amount of number of police officers there as well. But, and I was sharing a coffee with Moreno, Agent Moreno, and we said, and I told him, you know why Laredo is the safest city in Texas? It's because we have 2,000 federal agents. We have all these custom agents. We have DEA agents. We have deputies. All that. It's a collaborative effort. So don't think that it's. I don't want to, and I hope the chief doesn't hear me because no, but it's a collaborative effort because we have that much law enforcement here in Laredo, and the community embraces law enforcement here, and we thank each and every one of you in your organizations because it takes a village, and a law enforcement village together keeping this community safe.
But I do want you all to take their compliments. Next.
Good night, everyone. First of all, I'm impressed with all the work that you all do. All of you are very important. I mean, I'm really impressed. And my name is Olga Garza, and I'm a community health worker and promoter. Right? What I do is I try to be more aware about the resources that you guys have, and I'm the bridge between you, the doctors, the agencies, and the community, right? And for me, it's very important that you guys let us be here, right? Because we learn a lot, and I'm here to serve you. And even I take tomamos un curso, todas las promotoras, about the resources that Consulado Mexicano here in the United States has. And believe me, ya nada más subí un video y muchas llamadas, muchas personas preguntando, porque ahorita es algo que está estresando mucho a nuestros ciudadanos. Entonces, sí, muchas gracias por permitirnos estar aquí y pues estamos para esto, para servir. Gracias.
Gracias.
Buenas noches a todos.
Buenas noches.
Mi nombre es Mari Pérez. Disculpen, yo no sé nada inglés, ¿verdad? Pero
¿Está en su
poco a poco
casa?
vamos a entender.
Está en su casa.
Gracias. Yo pertenezco a un grupo de oración, se llama Las Perseveradoras. La oración son las mañanas, en las noches. Es algo muy hermoso porque nos conectamos, ¿verdad?, con Dios, y a través de esto es algo muy, muy bonito. So, si alguien necesita oración, con confianza pueden hablarnos, pueden a la hora que sea, estamos para servir, porque la oración es muy importante y tiene mucho poder.
Gracias.
Estamos para servirles. Si alguien quiere, necesita, me puede pedir mi teléfono y con mucho gusto se lo daré.
Muchas gracias.
Dios los bendiga.
Okay.
Todo el año, no
Okay.
importa que sea Navidad, Año Nuevo.
Ahí tenemos su número, se apuntó, ¿verdad?
Siempre tenemos una lista muy grande y por todas esas personas hacemos oración, ¿verdad? Siempre hay alguien conectado haciendo oración y los vamos a poner a todos en nuestras oraciones porque sí es muy fuerte el trabajo que hacen todos.
Gracias, muchas
Dios
gracias.
bendiga.
Gracias.
Hi, my name is Genesis. I'm 16 years old. The agency I go for is for AHEC, as well for Gateway Promoters, and also just medical programs. What I am working with and my goal is to let all this out as a community and also let the young people know about all of this, as well as because young people are the future. So I want this to continue, and I believe this is a very great group, as well as my goal is to create a group because I also have a group of young girls that I am educating about mental health and manners as well. So if they have any issues of, well, this person keeps telling me these kind of things, or there's this guy that keeps bothering me, I help them with that. Or if they have very negative thoughts, I give them very positive thoughts to replace those negative thoughts. Even goals, I say, oh, say this every morning in the mirror. And I also want to start that from a very young age because I want to be a general doctor. So yeah, I want to start helping my community young, so I know how to help you guys more when I'm older.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, for speaking up for your youth that you represent at your school. And you're definitely one of our ambassadors at your school campus, okay?
Thank you.
Next.
Yes, hi, I'm Laura Quintas and I'm with Silver Region Technical Health Center. And yes, May is a very important number to dial. However, if someone is in crisis in Laredo, and not only Laredo, but Zapata, in Pedernal, or Rio Grande City, we have a 1-800 number, that's a crisis line, 1-800-643-1102. And we are available 24/7, not only Monday through Friday. We do have an MCOT team, which is the Mobile Crisis Outreach Team that goes out and gets deployed after the police has been contacted. We also have YCOT, which is the Youth Crisis Outreach Team. That's brand new, just a couple of months in the making, but they do go reach, they do get deployed as well to meet with the family and the young person that is distressed and having a mental health challenge. I'm very happy to be in this group and to help advocate in any way possible with 988 or whatever. I'm trying to do my scope of my so thank you, and I hope that everyone has a wonderful holiday.
Make it quick, Gloria.
Hi, good evening. My name is Gloria Freeman. I'm a head volunteer.
She's been a volunteer for 10 years. She was recently recognized by KGNS TV.
I'm a community health worker. I try to stay active throughout the community with anybody that needs help. Whether it be fundraising for scholarships or food drives, setting flags at the cemetery for Memorial Day, and wherever I'm needed. And I went back to college, and since Jackie went to the 988 the program, the outreach that they had at LC.
Oh, yes.
In the Cajun Center, all of a sudden, I see 988 magnets and signs all over the place, all over the campus. Before, we only had the one that Maria had printed out for me that I put in the art department bulletin board. And the word's getting out there. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Maria Garcia, and I am with Area Health Education Center. I'm really grateful to be here. I have 7 months now to be working with Dr. Basan, and everything that I feel that I've done, as of right now, I feel like everything has been super good. I'm really grateful to be part of this. Happy holidays, and I hope you guys spend it with your family.
Hello, my name is Cynthia Diaz. I'm the Director of Student Health and Wellness at Laredo College. So I'm the campus nurse, and then I oversee also the counseling department. So we give services to our students.
Welcome. We're getting ready to go on a big holiday break.
Yes.
Enjoy it.
Days with our left.
Thank you for making the time to be here.
Hi, I'm Mary Sosa. I'm a licensed professional counselor at Laredo College. We are going to be on break. We're going to be closed for a bit. So we do have a program called Timely Care that we have only for our students that provides 24/7 mental health support for our students. If they are in crisis, they can log in and they can get help and connected with a professional counselor. And also they can schedule counseling sessions that are free with an LPC as well. So even though we're going to be closed, our students will still have support through Timely Care.
Excellent, thank you for handling that. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Adrian Esparza. I'm from the Laredo Fire Department. I've been employed with, I've been a firefighter for a little bit over 20 years. So one of the things that I want to talk about is mental health. When I was a rookie, it was kind of something that you didn't talk about. It was something that you just go to one call and then you go to the next one and you deal with it somehow, somewhere at home. So now one of the things that our command staff is doing is they're being really proactive with educating our young firefighters. So making sure that, you know, they're going through a crisis, you know, they're going through some issues. There's resources, there's avenues. The Laredo Fire Department does have a peer support group. So whenever they have a critical incident, either their supervisor or district chief or even themselves or a family member, they can call that peer support and we can respond. We can go and we can talk to them and to see, you know. So that's one of the big things that our command staff has been doing the last couple of years. But what I've noticed, and we've had conversations where the peer support is requested a little bit more in recent years than before. So then we started having that discussion where is it because they're getting educated, or we're getting a lot of people that are mentally weak. No, and it always comes to like, no, the education is out there. Our young firefighters are getting that resource. They're getting that avenue where they can actually call somebody and they can get that assistance. Before we didn't. Before it's kind of like aguántate, like vete para la casa, tómate cerveza, alcohol. So that was back then the mentality. But I think we're going in the right direction, and this committee, I think, in my opinion, is really great for the community and the city of Laredo.
Thank you for being here.
I'll make mine short. I'm Eva Ortiz. I work with West Care. I'm the project coordinator. I work with Armando and Earl, so they've spoken enough. So.
Oh, thank you for being here. You're very important for this team. Thank you for being here. And last but not least.
Hi, I'm Maria Grace. I'm with the Laredo Morning Times, and I'm just here to write about what you all are doing and how you impact our community.
And thank you for that beautiful story you wrote.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. I have a young lady over there that looks beautiful in red.
Hi, my name is Sandy Flores. I work here at the Laredo Public Health. I am the liaison for the Suicide Prevention Committee. And I thank you all for the great job that you all do. I know I'm in the back area over here, but it's an honor to be a part of it too. And everything that you all do is amazing. So wishing you all a happy and blessed year.
Thank you. I want to believe that we couldn't do this without you. So you're very valuable to the team.
Dr. Basane, I apologize. We're missing one more person.
Oh, yes.
And Dusty.
And Dusty. Just give us a little bio, introduce yourself. Yes. What you do, because he's a very good detective and very accomplished.
So currently, my role is I am the main recruiter for the police department. So the first recruiter, partake in many numerous roles. I love what I do. I'm also a crisis negotiator, peer support, honor guard. I was an FTO. I am part of our peer support, actually assisting officers with Dusty. So Dusty's in peer support. I'm just there kind of with the assistance. What's it called? A little bit about my bachelor's. I got in school with Max. I got my bachelor's in 2017 in criminal justice and my master's in public administration in 2021. Still eyeing to go back to school as soon as I get my feet wet with the investigative work. I just promoted yesterday. Hopefully
I may add, because of their strong efforts of recruiting and out there, we had 1,100 applicants apply to take the test. But normally we only see 700-800. So I want to say that they're doing an excellent job.
I was, prior to the police department, I actually worked with the Timmy Office of Recruitment, where we numerously broke records. So it's kind of like I went full circle. I should be leaving the position soon, hopefully to make the jump to our homicide division later on. Other than that, I think what you all do is very important. I know my president is a little bit vocal. But my last call on auto patrol was actually talking somebody from taking their life for the night. And so I understand that when tensions are high, people are going through a crisis, us as police officers, we're trained to handle that very differently. So I'm also a TCO instructor, hoping to start teaching a CRT course, as intervention to our police officers. And referencing a lot that video of how you quickly go from criminal to a crisis and learning how to hold back and treat the person with empathy.
Thank you for everything you do. I mean, what is it that you don't do? Thank you for being part of our community, because I know you're very accomplished and you could choose to be anywhere in the United States and you chose to stay here.
I plan on doing all my stories here.
Dr. Bassett, before we go, can I give a commercial real quick? I saw this movie, and I know it's old, but it's called A Man Named Otto. It came out in 2022. I highly recommend, I'm giving everybody their homework to watch it by the time we come back in January. Only because, you know, the man goes through a difficult time, and at the very end of the movie, it has the please call the 988 number, and I was like, wow, so please watch that movie.
We'll send that via chat. Okay, now I have my phone, right?
Yes.
So I just want to say that we will not be seeing each other until January in this committee anyway. But I want to take this time to thank you all for the gift that you have given me throughout the year, your time. I believe that that's one of the things that you can give to people. And you can't put value on time, but when you give it from your heart, you know, it really multiplies, because then you're able to see and be there for other people. You have given that to me. And then when I leave this place, I feel as tall as a giant, thinking that I can go and save the world, because of everything that I hear from each one of you. So thank you, thank you. And together we will accomplish great things. Just stick together, right? And we will create wonderful things for other people. But in the meantime, we can have a peaceful evening. Hopefully each one of you has a beautiful, happy holiday. And I tell everyone, if you don't want to call anybody, call me or text me. Doesn't matter what time of the day or night. Believe me, I will answer your phone, because I mean that. I thank you. I think you're very valuable. All of you around this table kind of know me and know how much I love you. And I hope that we continue into 2026 with greater dreams, more tools, more power to do great things. So I wish you and your family a happy holidays. And did everybody get a ticket for the door prizes, Maria? Okay, don't leave anybody. We're gonna get some door prizes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second. Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
All say sign. The meeting is adjourned.